This dynamic duo takes you on a journey through the highs and lows of life, love, and everything in between. It's your new favorite hang after a long day of parenting, work, and just trying to figure out life. These two are raw, real, and unfiltered, and have conversations that are always authentic, just like their relationship. As a biracial couple who started their journey young, they've never fit into the typical mold, and they're here to show the world that being different is a strength. So with Kim sipping on her wine and Eggs kicking back with his edibles, let's slide into it.
So you got a new audiobook.
Yeah.
What is it called?
So it's called Ultra 85.
Oh, okay.
And it's read by Steve Blum, featuring an exclusive conversation with Logic and Steve Blum.
So Logic isn't narrating it. It's Logic's book.
It's Logic's book. Yeah. I'm going to read what it's about, and then I'll just tell you what I've listened to so far. Does that work?
Yeah, because you said it was a fiction book, right?
It is fiction.
Which is not what I was expecting.
Yeah, he's written another fiction book, and I'm about halfway through that one. It's called The Supermarket, I believe. But I haven't finished it yet.
I didn't know that either.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go look for them because I'm in a rut right now, so.
All right, so I did find the summary. It just took me a little bit of a minute to find it.
Okay.
In the year 2115, when the Earth is no longer inhabitable, the remainder of humanity lives in Babel, a giant space station. Two pilots, Quentin and Kai, must find the planet Paradise, where only the most promising citizens are allowed to live. On their journey, Quentin and Kai encounter Quentin's estranged father, who left Babel for Paradise when Quentin was a child, and they discover just how different Paradise is from what they imagined, and how they must change it for the better.
That sounds really good, actually.
Yeah, it's actually like...
What?
It's pretty good so far. I'm probably like on chapter 4, I think is what it was.
Okay, so it's in the future. That's cool.
It is in the future.
I don't think I've read a book that's in the future.
Really?
That's weird.
Yeah, the thing that's cool for me is Quentin and Kai are characters in Logic's albums. And so, like, if you're a Logic fan,
yeah,
you would know that. Like, the voices of Kai and Quentin and Rosalind. Rosalind's like one of the AIs that's in the ship. And I can't remember the other name. It's like the updated AI in the ship. It's kind of like Chris from The Bounty.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So, yeah. That's why I was like, he's referenced Ultra 85 quite a few times as well. And so I was like, I'm going to just do it and see what it's about. That's
dope, though.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited.
Uh-huh. And I don't know if you know this, but like you and I have talked about anime in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And Cowboy Bebop was like the first anime that I watched.
Same.
It's really because of Logic.
I didn't know that.
No?
No, I just thought we were watching it. I thought because the boys. We've probably discussed this portion. I think we have, but...
I don't know that we've talked about this specifically, but
okay.
Yeah.
Because he watches it or he references it?
Yeah, so I can't remember the name of the album, but there's an album where one of the AIs is talking, and it's like essentially saying that Cowboy Bebop was played during the entire recording of this album, you know? And so I remember hearing that over time, as I followed him as a fan, right? I followed some of his interviews. I've listened to pretty much everything he's come out with. I wouldn't say I'm a stan, but yeah. Found out that he was into anime, and so that also helped me kind of lean like towards like, okay, I want to check out anime as well. He kind of made anime hip-hop, you know? At least for me. Like, before him, I don't think hip-hop was all about anime. And it seems like anime is way more popular. Like nowadays, you have, like, Meg Thee Stallion. She be essentially dressing up in cosplay as certain characters from anime. And, like, animes that I don't know. You know?
Oh, yeah, I just think they're just wearing weird costumes.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they mean something, you know? It's like, okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's what they used to do, right? Was wear these costumes and stuff. But
right.
Now it's like, there's more intent, I guess.
It's intentional.
Yeah.
It's all intentional.
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah. Probably.
Which is annoying.
I don't know. Logic does things intently or with intention differently
Right.
than I think most rappers.
I think it's also different between like intentionally and like a production. You know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like,
For me, it's dope as fuck because Logic must have always kind of had this bigger picture of some of the characters that he's created in his songs, right? Like, I think we're talking a decade's worth of music where Kai and Quentin are...
you know, like how are they referenced in his songs? Like how...
They're not referenced. It's like a journey. Like,
What?
yeah. The thing with Logic is he delivers albums with intent as well, right? There's always like this theme or this plan with what he wants to do, but it's like a journey that he's taking you on more so than like just like a bunch of trap shit. Does that make sense? So on his albums, he's done this whole journey of like when Quentin and Kai have met. At least I thought it was like the first time that they've met. And then they go on this journey, but I got to find you a skit now. Hold on. Just give me a second.
Okay.
I didn't know that we were going to go down all this information. I was just trying to tell you that I was listening to his new book.
That's okay. That's why I was like, we should go record this because it's going to.
Yeah. Okay. So
But I feel like a dumbass at the moment. And so I'm like trying to.
like this one.
We're back.
We're back. Yeah, so on a number of different albums that Logic has had, he's created these particular characters that are on this journey in the future, right?
Right.
And essentially, and their names are Quentin and Kai. And then the other AIs that are involved show up. But it's cool because, like I said, it's multiple albums that he's done this, where there's like different skits throughout those albums where they're on this journey. And I've always kind of been curious, like,
All the albums.
where are they going? And then after learning that he was a Cowboy Bebop fan, kind of made sense listening to those particular skits, because you could hear the Cowboy Bebop influences in so many different ways. The fact that they're in space, they're in the future, but even like some of the instrumentals that are used in the music for those skits kind of align with what Cowboy Bebop was about. So it's cool. It's like his own little Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, like it's his own production.
Yeah. His own universe, I guess.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I wonder why he decided to write a book about it versus doing like a Netflix series, you know, and animating it.
Yeah, I don't know. That'd be a good question to ask him.
I do want to read them though. And now I have to go to listen to all of his albums, apparently. I'm going to just read the books.
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear more about it though.
Well, I'll break it down once I'm done with it.
Okay.
I still haven't finished Supermarket. I should go back and retry that one too.
Is that one weird or?
Yeah, that
hard to
one's
get
more
into?
about that one. I think he reads it, I believe,
Okay.
which I enjoyed. But he's reading it as a character. And I was having a little bit of a hard time with that, and I don't know why. But I think the character kills someone, or is being accused of killing someone. And it seems like basically it's a story about a bad day at the supermarket, and he's an employee there, and someone ends up dead. Or some shit.
God.
Yeah, but it's a fiction, too. I mean, I'm definitely more excited about this one. This one's cool as hell just because of the journey that his, you know.
Yeah, especially because you know the history.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on. So, to start the episode,
Oh, fish.
officially start the episode, we're going to kick the show off with a 60-second challenge recap. Is that right?
Yep, we're going to hop right into it today.
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay. You want to pull up a timer?
Pull up a timer. And how do you want me to count this down as we're getting close? Do you want me to yell it out? Do you want me to put my hands up?
You can just say you're done.
Let's just say, power ready.
Ah.
Done. I know we need fanfare music, but that's another level of production.
We could get a triangle. Ding.
Let's do it. Let's do that shit. That's a good idea. High S.
That's a good idea.
That's a great idea.
It's better than an air horn.
Can you imagine an air horn in here? We have the house freaking out.
It would be so
The
bad.
dogs would be like, what the fuck? Are you going to tell us the name of the show before or after the recap? You want to include that part?
I don't know. Do I normally include it?
I don't know.
I'll take a second off my time. Yeah, episode 12.
Okay, so we're doing episode 12 of the challenge. What's the name of this episode?
It's called The Era of the Purge.
Era of the Purge. All right, you ready to give us a recap?
Bum, bum, bum. Let's go. All
3, 2, 1, go.
right, quick update. Michelle just took out Naya. Targets this week are Jordan, Nehemiah, and Bananas. Theo and Olivia are falling in love. And I also keep forgetting that they're in Vietnam. Challenge this week is a purge. The last man and woman are automatically eliminated. Second last place man goes into elimination, and then the woman has a penalty. Challenge is called Doomed. So it's a mini final. The bucket hats were hilarious on these people. And then Jenny was wheezing the entire time. It's really hot. And then Kylan ends up taking first place for the men and Tori takes it for the women. Laurel quit because she couldn't finish. Nehemiah was going straight home. Elimination is called cramping out. So Bananas and Theo end up going into elimination. I forgot to mention Theo got, oh well. They have I can't get through this one.
2,
Yeah.
1, go.
I had to let that one run out. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Keep giving us the recap though.
So for the elimination, it's called cramping out. It's Bananas versus Theo. There's basically this big hexagon tube with holes in it, and there's poles that they put through each other's tube, and then they have to climb through within a minute and then go play a game of high-low.
High-low.
Cards.
Like a big ass deck of cards.
Big ass deck of cards. And then if you get the card game correct, you get 2 poles to put in your players for the next round, and the other person just gets 1. In the end, Bananas ends up winning. The last time Theo just couldn't get through. And then he put Olivia, Michelle, and Cara in as targets.
Zam.
I don't know if I fully mentioned, so we ended up having Laurel, Nehemiah, and Theo all go home.
Damn.
It was a good purge.
That was a good purge. The weak links. I was disappointed in Laurel just quitting.
Me too.
It's weird. I thought she was a competitor.
Yeah. I think she might have just had like heat stroke.
I think it just speaks to her character.
Does. She couldn't lose, so she quit.
Yeah.
That's the thing. She was not going to finish it and lose.
I think that's what it was, too. She's like, well, I'm already going to lose. I'm just going to quit.
Like, somebody can pick me up.
Lame. I feel bad that Nehemiah's gone.
Yeah.
He hasn't really done much, though, as far as, like, win, any
like,
challenge.
Anything.
Kind of just like the Nelly T, since we don't got Nelly T these days.
I know.
Oh. What else? Theo. I'm kind of glad he's gone.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Anyway.
What's up with Jenny, though? She can't brief?
I don't know. I think she has to have like really bad asthma.
You think she's like a smoker? Because she's from the UK?
Maybe.
Because sorry, go ahead.
Oh, but they were saying like she couldn't run like 50 feet without hitting her inhaler. Like,
yeah,
I feel like that has to be medical.
Every time they have cardio like challenges, she can't do it. It's weird.
It is. But like she's built as fuck.
Yeah. She just got bad lungs. I want to know. I feel like she's got to tell the fans what's going on. Are you a smoker? Or do you just like, you just have real asthma? Like really, really bad asthma.
Wonder if she's a smoker.
Yeah. I don't know.
I've never seen her smoke. I never see them smoke on the show.
Yeah.
Not like on the real world when you would see that, but secretly.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they just don't show us that as much because they don't take smoke breaks like that. I don't know.
Smoke break, put the cameras down.
Yeah, I don't know. Fuck. They're competitors, right? It's all about like these days you be seeing them with the fucking protein shakers and all kinds of shit.
That's all.
That's it. And then they drink alcohol and eat random ass shit, it seems like sometimes.
There's still like a lot of people left.
There is.
So I'm like, okay.
Do you have a favorite? Like right now?
Kyland.
Kyland? What about on the woman's side?
Tori.
Tori. Tori's a fucking badass.
Tori for life.
Tori seems like, I feel like she's at the point where you can't deny that she's top dog.
Yeah.
She's winning. I'm glad she's been winning. Like the fact that she's won twice where Bananas wanted to throw her in, and
it's so funny.
yeah, like she threw him in twice. I love it.
Just like, oh.
Yeah, like haha, you can't even put me as a target.
But keep sending everybody home for us.
Yeah, it's funny as fuck.
Because next week he's not going to win, and then she can put him back in.
Yeah. Josh was annoying me.
Josh always annoys me.
He's
And Michelle can go now.
Yeah.
I'm always just over Michelle by the end. I don't know why.
She tries to play like the victim card a little bit.
That has to be what it is.
I think that's what it is a little.
Like her wording, I'm just like, oh.
Yeah. She reminds me of a lot of people that I grew up with.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I don't know. But I think it's getting good. I'm glad that they had a purge finally.
Yeah, they should probably do another purge.
Un otro.
Yeah, why not?
I don't see why not.
They should do a fan vote.
I can't wait to see like what they do with the karma votes.
Oh yeah.
A fan vote would be cool as fuck too, though.
Right? Have they ever had a fan vote? Never.
I don't think so.
We should go to TJ's house. Knock on his door. Be like, yo, you got an idea.
Hey, brah. Hook us up.
Can we come?
Let us vote. Right? Be like, Kim thinks she can climb that rope ladder. Let's see if we can.
That would be so embarrassing. Because then I would fall.
It'd be funny if we both tried it and failed.
No, it wouldn't.
Should we move on?
Mm-hmm.
You know who else could go home, actually? Derek.
He's just like fine for me. It's just like, I feel like he's a lot stronger than he used to be.
Yeah.
And he doesn't bug me as much now. But like, I'd rather have him than Johnny. Because then he's not going to win.
Yeah, that's true. Fucking Johnny's a beast, man.
I know.
Still. He's won 2 eliminations. He's trying to win his 8th.
That's insane.
He should be trying to win his 9th.
He should be.
Him and Nani fucked up.
That one was so bad.
I feel like that's like where it just ended between him and Tori for real, probably.
That was his karma vote. His karma season.
Yeah, but I mean, Tori got him, right? She won with Devin.
Yeah.
It's real. It's real. It's raw. It's raw. It's fun. The Sidekey Podcast. Now, back to X and Kim.
Did you see that The Incredibles was released 20 years ago this week?
I did. It was kind of depressing. I was like, oh no. I hate when I see those things because I'm like, God damn.
You are getting hella old.
I know.
Well, since we saw the same post, I wanted to actually share on the show just some of the information that was shared on that post because I thought it was interesting.
Okay. I didn't read details.
Oh, no?
I just saw the
highlight.
I just saw it was 20 years old and I was like, no.
You scrolled up because it said that shit? Made you feel
like,
old?
I know. Bye.
All right, I found it. So this is actually a post on Instagram by, I don't know how to say the word, Puberty? Puberty?
Probably puberty.
Puberty?
Puberty.
So as I said, The Incredibles was released 20 years ago today. This is the movie made by Pixar that we're talking about, just in case. Brad Bird got the idea for this movie in the early 1990s, inspired by his own struggle to balance career and family. Jason Lee, who plays Buddy, recorded his lines in 4 days, while Craig T. Nelson, Mr. Incredible, recorded his lines in over 2 years. Samuel L. Jackson was cast as the voice for Frozone because Brad Bird wanted the character to have the coolest voice. To capture a realistic out-of-breath effect for Dash's voice, Brad Bird had Spencer Fox run laps around the studio.
That's cool.
The Incredibles is the only Pixar film written by one person.
Oh, that's a cool fact.
Yeah, I thought that was cool too. So yeah.
What?
I know, it does make me feel old as well, but it's funny because like we were 10-ish. How old? Let's see, 20 years ago. We were 13. So like for me, at that point, I feel like I wasn't even that into like the cartoons as much.
Not until we had kids.
Yeah. Yeah, like this one actually.
School.
Mm-hmm. Because that one came out when my brothers were like 3.
Yeah.
So that's what I remember it as.
Oh.
So I was already old.
Why did he take so long to record it, Mr. Incredible? Why did he take 2 years?
I have no idea.
Dash took 4 days.
I mean, how long did it take for them to come out with the second one? Like 14 years or some shit?
Like Homeboy just at home like, oh no, I don't like it, or just not doing shit. Like, how does that happen?
I have no idea. Kind of funny though.
That is funny.
In other news, I got some more information for you.
Oh, on what? What do we got?
Did you see Kendrick Lamar got nominated for a bunch of Grammys?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Okay, you know what's crazy about this is the fact that he didn't come out with an album. All he came out with this year is disses.
You're right.
So it has me fucking dying that he's been nominated for so many Grammys off of disses. Like, god damn, bruh. Like, Drake keeps taking the L. Like, fuck, it's a lingering L. I'm so excited for the Super Bowl. I want a new album, though. So now, when we're talking Stan, I'm more of a Kendrick Stan than a Logic Stan. And they come from the same, like, generation of rappers, in a sense. So...
Okay, that makes sense when you compare them like that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right, so...
What was he nominated for?
Okay, so I'll share. This one I'm getting from Hip Hop DX on Instagram.
Okay.
Kendrick Lamar earned 7 nominations for 2025 Grammys. Not Like Us. Best Rap Song, Best Rap Performance, Best Music Video, Song, and Record of the Year. And then Future and Metro Boomin' Like That featuring Kendrick Lamar, which is really the song that prompted this battle and whole situation that started from the beginning, like earlier on in the year.
Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
And that one's been nominated for Best Rap Song and Best Rap Performance. So.
Damn, everyone's like, fuck Drake.
The
Go
Grammys
back.
is like, fuck Drake. Wow. I know. So it's just crazy.
That is insane.
Yeah, but you know, we about that West Coast out here, so you know, like, I'm sorry, not sorry, really. Since we're talking about current events in a way, I have some Vegas Kine Tings I wanted to talk about.
It's time.
It is time. And so over the last couple weeks, I've seen everything from Mark Wahlberg's gym in Summerlin to a Vegas strip offering Kamala $1 million to dance topless as current events or news in the city of Las Vegas. And that just speaks to the scope of the city that we live in.
I didn't see either of those things.
No?
Well, I am dying. Okay, first off, so Mark Wahlberg moved here, right?
Yeah, so my understanding is he lives here. He's a resident here, right? He's now, and people see him all the time bartending at random bars throughout the city.
Yeah.
He just like, I'm a pop-up bartender.
And people are like, sure, come in.
Because they're like, yeah, bro, you sell. So, you know.
Okay. Do you know what the gym's called?
Yeah, so the gym is called Municipal Gym Fitness and Recovery, powered by, I call it EOS. He said EOS or some shit like that. It's that
Yas.
one popular gym these days.
That's how they say it, is EOS.
Yas. Yas, bitch. It looks like it's actually going to be at that mall in Summerlin that you and I like to go to. I don't really know the name of that mall. We just know it's in Summerlin. And they refer to it as downtown Summerlin, but it's weird because it's just a mall.
Yeah. And it's not like downtown of anything.
Yeah. Is it just because that mall and then the baseball stadium right next to it, maybe? Like, oh, this is our downtown.
I have no idea.
I don't either.
I don't remember any of the mall names, to be honest.
I only remember Meadows. So, yeah. The strip club one was crazy, though. So, I'm going to find that post because that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
All right. If you haven't been paying attention to the news, you know by now that Kamala Harris has lost the election, right? And, you know, Vegas does Vegas things. I was telling Kim last week I had to take my grandma to the airport on Halloween. And it took me like an hour and a half to get back home from the airport. Almost 2 hours. And the reason was because we had the two presidential candidates in town, right? Which I didn't even think about.
I didn't either.
I knew they were in town. I just didn't think about it because we don't really commute. We work from home.
We don't go over there.
Yeah, we only go down there.
We're going to the fucking airport.
Yeah, we go down to the airport a little bit more often than we would like.
Which is zero.
I'm going back Sunday in a couple days. But what was funny was on the way there, it was like we got to certain streets and it was like one billboard was Trump, the next billboard was Kamala, the one billboard was Trump. Like literally like 7 of them just back to back to back to back to back. It was kind of funny.
Insane.
I was like, damn, Gigi, this is why they asking for our donations for this shit right here.
It probably is.
Yeah, it is.
Dang.
I know. But
now they're just going to take them all down.
So all politics aside, I thought this post or this story about the strip club's offer was insane.
Did she take it?
I'm guessing no, right? Because, you know, she's...
Should we go if she does?
I mean, we could. That's fucking funny, though. So, I found the post. It's actually posted by one of the pages that you and I have mentioned in previous shows, is real.vegas.locals on Instagram. And what they put here was Larry Flint's Hustler Club in Las Vegas is stirring up post-election drama with its Tatas for Trump celebration on Thursday, November 14th, marking the 2024 presidential election results in a way that's bound to spark controversy. Guests can expect live entertainment, including comedy and impersonations of Joe Biden and Donald Trump, as well as performances from dancers from all around the world. In a jaw-dropping move, the club is offering $1 million for Vice President Kamala Harris to dance topless. And then it goes on to say, I hope she takes advantage of this lucrative opportunity now that she's leaving office. Thanks to President Trump, she'll be able to keep 100% of her tips tax-free while performing here at the club, joked Brittany Rose, general manager of Larry Flint's Hustler Club in Las Vegas. It also says guests will also enjoy $47 bottles of champagne in honor of the 47th president, complimentary ice cream with paid admission, $3 red, white, and boobs shots, and limited edition Tatas for Trump t-shirts.
What day is that?
This is, I
Did
believe,
it pass?
it said next Thursday, November 14th.
I don't know.
Let's go.
That would be so funny.
Go see some Tatas.
Tatas for Trump.
Fucking crazy, man.
That is so funny that they offered that to her.
Right?
It would be so hilarious.
Are you like hoping for it now? You sound like you kind of are.
What's he gonna do?
Like, why not? Take
Why
the
not?
L, make a mill. Let's go.
A mill. Like,
a milli. Un millón.
that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I read something, or I saw something in the news in one of my news apps from Vegas this week. Did you see anything about the Uber shower incident?
Uber shower?
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
There's some guys like pranking people in Summerlin.
Uh-huh.
and they're like showing up on their doorstep in like a towel, and then like, hey, like we signed up for the Uber shower for like the 15-minute slot, and people are like, what the fuck, like that. No, they're like trying to go into people's houses like as a joke.
Oh my God.
And then like they left, like nobody let them in, but
Yeah.
people are like panicking, like they called the cops, and like I just thought it was so funny.
And it's just a prank.
It's just a prank, but I'm like, what if somebody was like, okay,
Yeah.
I don't know. Or what if you knock on the wrong door? That's what the people were like, yeah, what if you like, you know, go to the wrong house? You know, somebody might shoot you. And I was just like dying. Like, who has the time for that?
Damn. I don't know. I wish I had that much time in my life just to be that kind of bored. Like,
I was like,
I'd use it to continue to work on this podcast more, you know? That
right.
extra time.
Uber shower.
Uber shower. That's funny, though. That's funny that people are like panicking about the prank.
Yeah. Like, you called the cops.
Why would you call the cops?
Like, just tell them no.
Does he look like a real weirdo or what?
It's just some white guys.
Oh.
So who knows?
So, yes.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. That's fucked up.
Mm-hmm. But I guess, like, as they were leaving, like, one of the sons was like, you're scaring people. And I'm just like,
Dramatic.
right.
I mean,
But if I answered the door and there's some guy in, like, a towel with his little, like, bath caddy, I'd be like, I don't know what I would. I probably wouldn't open the door, first of all.
yeah.
But
That's one of the problems that we have at this house is some of the folks here like to open the doors when we're not expecting visitors.
yeah.
And it's just a different world. We're not supposed to be doing that these days.
Like, we don't need to talk to them.
Right?
I know. There was someone at the door the other day, and I was holding up the video, and she like noticed that the light was on. She just started talking for the election stuff, but she said Sienna's vote didn't count because her signature didn't match. That's why they keep dropping stuff off for her. And I saw something the other day.
I was wondering.
Yeah. And I don't know if you want to leave this part in, but like I saw something that there was like a lot of, it's not really related to the last convo, but that happened with a lot of young people.
I saw
like
that
it doesn't
too.
match, the signatures don't match,
Yeah.
so it doesn't count.
I saw that too.
So I was like, oh,
Fucking idiots.
I know.
Come on, young voters.
But it's because they don't know cursive. So they don't have a signature. What are they signing? They use their thumbprint.
That's what they did with Salt today too. He's like, I can sign it. And she's like, do you have a signature? And he's like, no. And I was like, you're right, he doesn't.
I guess we got to teach him cursive. Malia has a signature.
Does she do it right? Like cursive?
Have you seen her, like, her loopy M's? Yeah, like she's...
We were working on it at one point.
Yeah. Like, and then she'll even put a little heart on her eyes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I showed her. I showed her how to do it.
Yeah, she's very dainty with it. It's adorable.
Oh, I'll have to watch. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It's funny how different she is.
Even on her school papers. Like, it's cursive. Malia.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Proud mama right there.
She's adorable.
It's real. It's real. It's raw. It's raw. It's fun. The Sidekey Podcast. Now, back to X and Kim.
I got a question for you.
Okay.
What was your favorite thing to do with your family growing up?
I don't know.
Do you have like a moment that like came to mind immediately?
Yeah.
So tell us.
Okay. So what came to mind was just like Christmas time when we would go look at the Christmas lights. We would always go get ice cream and just drive around all of Cedar, which took so long.
Yeah.
And then we'd go home. But I don't know why that came to mind. But
That's cool.
yeah.
Were there any like favorite homes that you guys would like look forward to every year?
On the big hill.
Yeah.
Like, because they had big houses. There was like a Santa Claus at one of the houses. Like the dad would stand outside
Oh yeah?
and like pass out candy canes. So we would always go to their house too.
That's cool.
Yeah. Huh.
Nice.
Yeah. What about you though? Do you have a favorite or something that just comes up?
Yeah. Not like one particular favorite memory, but holiday season probably.
Yeah.
You know?
Always.
Yeah, when we would go to like, I really miss Aunt Nancy's house.
Yeah.
a lot of core memories going there. But I was very young then. Like, I don't think my brothers were even born yet. Like, my real childhood was before my brothers were born.
Yeah.
You know?
That's when you were like 6 or 7. Or
Yeah.
8.
She had them when I was 10.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was definitely different as far as like childhood goes.
No, you were an adult at that point. Like, look, we got 2 of these things.
I was a teenager at 10, probably.
Yeah.
Some shit like that.
That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was going to ask you one of the questions that I had that I feel like it's a good time to bring it in is, do you remember like your kindergarten teacher?
Mm-mm.
I was thinking about mine the other day randomly.
Do you remember yours?
Yeah, I was just thinking about like our classroom. Because we had like a ship. Like she legit had like half of a boat in one half of the room, but it was like a play area. Like you could go up and down.
Oh.
It's almost like things that you would see at like the Children's Museum.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking about that, how cool that was.
Like
and
a little play area.
Yeah, and I've never seen that before.
Huh.
Or since then in any like classrooms at a public school.
Yeah, you said this was kindergarten?
Yeah, it was kindergarten. So I'm guessing we still went outside on the playgrounds.
I remember seeing things like that for like the preschools that we were looking at for Malia.
Oh, those preschools were cool.
Yeah, or like Solly's.
Mm-hmm.
Sol's preschool that he went to. His was cool.
His was so bougie.
It was bougie. It was very bougie.
It was so funny.
It's crazy. Yeah.
When at the end of every school year, would you guys always clean your desks with shaving cream? Would the teachers have you do that?
No.
Or was that just like a white people thing?
I think that might be a white people thing.
Okay.
There were a lot of white people in my school too, though. But I don't really remember elementary until about 3rd grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't remember like the last day of school?
Not really. So up until about 3rd grade, we moved around a lot. So I don't remember how many different schools I've been to.
Yeah.
Like I went to a school in West Valley at one point, and I don't know if that was preschool or kindergarten, but there's a Costco there now. You know, that Costco next to Valley Fair Mall?
Mm-hmm.
There was an elementary school there.
Oh.
It's no longer there. I went to a school in Sugar House, and then another one like in the middle of the city. I'm trying to remember what it's called. Like South Salt Lake, I think is where it was at. I moved around a lot up until 3rd grade.
Up until then.
Yep. And then finally stayed in like one area where I got to finish elementary. Same with junior high and then the same high school. But
that makes sense then, because you were stable at that point, so you could like relax and live.
yeah, it's just like, you know, I remember like early on just how many friends I was moving away from.
Oh, sad.
Yeah. I remember one kid, my best friend in San Diego. I think I was like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And his name was Roland.
Oh.
I remember his name, but I don't remember a lot of people's names, like a lot of teachers' names or just people that I was even in like junior high with. I don't remember their names.
We should find Roland.
I remember Roland, and his dad was in the Navy because they were stationed there.
Oh no.
And I know.
We're not going to find him.
Yeah. So,
Oh, that's
Yep.
sad.
Yeah, San Diego, though, we got to go check out one of those like big ass ships when I was
Oh yeah.
in school there.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I do remember that and remembering how insanely huge the ship was until you got inside, you know, and then it's just like,
Yeah.
And I was a kid then, so like even then I knew how small it was.
Like,
Nope. Yeah, it definitely gave me like a different perspective on like, no, I don't think I want to be on a ship.
Ever again.
Never. Not like that.
Ever.
Yeah, because I ain't about that cruise ship life either.
Oh, thank God. No cruise ships, no skydiving.
Yeah, none of that shit.
We're safe.
Yeah. I had a word of the week this week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But do you want to go first?
No,
No?
but I want to know. First, I want to know, where did you get your word from?
I was messing around with Chat GPT,
Okay.
and it kind of took me down this path of this word, and then I was like, oh, what's this word mean? And then it took me to this word, and I was like, oh, shit. I like this word this week.
All right. What is it?
So, the word is sonder. Have you ever heard the word?
Sonder. Can I get the spelling?
Sonder.
Mm-mm.
No?
What does it mean?
Sonder is the realization that each person you pass by, each stranger in a crowd, has a life as vivid, complex, and filled with hopes, dreams, routines, and worries as your own. It's the awareness that others lead lives just as rich with experiences, struggles, and joys as you do, even if you never know their full stories.
Oh, that's what that is?
Uh-huh.
So I do that all the time.
Yeah.
I'm always like wondering what everyone's issues are or what they have for breakfast or like where they're going. I have issues. Sonder.
Yeah. I think a lot of people think that, right?
Do they?
I think so. Maybe not.
I
Maybe
feel
it's
like a
not
lot of
common.
people are selfish.
You're right. I think there are a lot of selfish people. But maybe that's where, like, one of the things where you and I align. Because I think you and I are pretty similar in that regard.
Okay.
Because I think that a lot, too.
Would you say like I sonder or they sondered?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Do I have to conjugate this?
I don't know if you have to conjugate it. A note that I took down on this says the word was coined by John Koenig. It's Koenig in his project, The Dictionary of Obscure Sorrows, which is dedicated to giving names to complex, often overlooked emotions. Sonder captures a profound shift in perspective, reminding us of the depth of humanity all around us. So, this one actually took me down like a deep thinker kind of process with Chat GPT, which I was like, oh, didn't think I was going to end up here when I'm using it for work at the same time.
Right. Random.
Yeah.
I really kind of want a copy of that book.
I know. I was actually wanting to look it up too. I haven't looked it up yet.
We should order a copy.
Order a copy. So you want me to write this book down?
No, I want to put it in my Amazon.
Put it in your Amazon.
What is it called?
So it's called The Dictionary of Obscure Sorrows. Yeah, maybe we can use that to help us find words of the week. Damn, hella broke my pen. Too much fidgeting. It's interesting because, like I was saying, when I was looking at Sonder, and then I ended up down like this deep thinker kind of, what do we call it? Black hole?
Mm-hmm.
Rabbit hole? What is it called?
Black hole. Yeah, rabbit hole.
I remember when I was younger, like a young adult, and kicking it with like a lot of my homies and stuff at the time. And I would annoy them because I was a deep thinker at the time.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like I would bring certain topics up and shit, and no one wanted to talk about any of that shit.
Oh.
You know? So as I was thinking about this the other day, it like made me kind of realize like I've kind of put that deep thinker away.
Sometimes it comes out.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Why did you hide it?
I don't know. I think maybe I didn't have the right friends.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. That's all. Did you put it down in the Amazon cart?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited.
How much is it?
$16.
$16.
Hardcover.
I'm excited to check it out too. Shit.
It'll be cool.
We should use it to get
We're
new.
going to just start flipping through it for the pod.
Yep. All right. Let's see. What else do we got?
Well, I did have a word for you.
Oh yeah?
That I wanted to talk about. It's not a definitive word. It's actually a name in a book that I read. And I thought it was really weird, so I wanted to talk to you about it. So the last book that I just finished is called Five Brothers. And the brothers' names are weird. So one is Trace, Dallas, Iron, Army, and the last one's name is Macon. Macon. Do you think that might be Mason?
Macon?
Yeah. But it threw me off the entire book. Macon. Have you ever seen that before?
Never.
Okay. And I was thinking the whole time while I was reading the book too, I was like, all the other brothers' names are weird as fuck, but at least they're words.
Yeah.
And it was driving me nuts. And I hate when authors put weird names for people because it just makes it hard to read.
Yeah, because the whole time you're wondering about it.
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell am I saying?
Have you checked though? Like, have you looked it up to see?
No. But also the girl's name in the book was weird too. I think it was Christian, but it's spelled Krisjen. I was like, why are we doing that?
Yeah, like who is named that? Like who writes their name that way?
Right.
For Christian.
And I was upset.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Sounds
It was a really good book, but I was
like a gripe.
I guess that we could use that as a gripe. Yep. It turned into a gripe.
Yeah. The book was good though?
My feelings came out. The book was good.
Yeah.
It was good, but
You want to tell us what it's about?
no. I would not like to tell you what it's about.
Why?
It's a lot because it was like 2,000 pages.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So it was a really long book, but there's a lot of like dark shit in it as well.
Uh-huh.
And it's basically about the girl Christian, and she is a saint. So it kind of gives me like Outer Bank vibes because there's like the saints and the sinners, like the pogues and the kooks. It's just like the rich people and the poor people.
Oh.
But she's the rich girl, and then the brothers live on the poor side.
Oh.
So it goes through like their story and each of the brothers and like fighting between the towns a little bit. And then just like how she ends up with Macone.
Oh.
And so
maybe Mason.
but
We should look it up. Let's ask ChatGPT.
Ask ChatGPT for me because I was like, what are we doing?
How do you pronounce Macon? Maybe it's Macon, like bacon.
Mike.
I didn't even think about bacon until I typed it up, and I'm like, it is.
What?
It says Macon is pronounced May-kun with the emphasis on the first syllable. Stupid. Pendejo.
That's not a word. It's not a word.
It is not a word.
If I put that on Scrabble, everyone would be like, that's not a fucking word.
Yep. But then you could be like, I'm an author, so I made this word. It's a name of a character that I put in my book.
Macon.
Macon like bacon.
Yeah, apologies. It did turn into a gripe.
All good. But I think that wraps it up for the night, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's everything I've brought.
Everything you brought to the table for the show?
It is. I have a few things, but I'll save them for next week.
Wink, wink. All right, sounds good. Thanks for doing this with me, babe.
Of course.
Love you.
Love you too.
Peace out, Hanai.
Bye, Hanai. See you next time.
This has been the Sidekey Podcast. We pride ourselves on being real and raw and making sure that all the conversations you hear on this show are 100% authentic. X loves to dive into audiobooks about hip-hop legends, sports icons, and business moguls. And Kim gets lost in the pages of her favorite fiction novels. You'll hear chats on everything from raising a family in the bustling city of Las Vegas to their favorite music artists to TV shows, movies, and so much more. Find us on Instagram and TikTok at the Sidekey Podcast and on X at Sidekey Podcast. Y'all be cool and see you